Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020. Welcome back to Stocking Fillers. It is day number 12 and today we have a player that you will almost all have heard of. He is a former England under-21 international, a former England international, a former Premier League winner, and if you've watched the Sunderland documentary on Netflix, he is a horrible person who will quite happily sit around and not play any football and pick up an extortionate paycheck whilst doing it. It is Jack Rodwell. Now, I think with Jack Rodwell, he is a very strange case in this game, should I say. He is unlikely to sign for a club unless you sign him. I have seen this happen probably 4 or 5 times now, where he will be on a free transfer at the start of the game. In a season's time, he will retire. He will just give up on football because nobody wants him. And I imagine it might be down to the fact that he has an agent who's probably extremely greedy. I haven't tried to sign him myself, so I have no idea whether that is the case. I'd love to know if that actually is the case. If you offer him a contract, does he want like 40 grand a week? Because he's not good enough to get paid 40 grand a week. Arguably, he's probably good enough to play for a League One side. Ironically, he didn't play too much for Sunderland, did he, when they got relegated down to League One? Played a bit of time as well at Blackburn. He is a bit of a relegation specialist. Then again, Sunderland were relegation specialists, weren't they? He does still have some decent technical ability. First touch, heading, marking, passing, tackling, all reasonable. Mentally as well, he's got some good numbers. He's also got some really bad numbers as well. Determination of 6 is not good, off the ball of 9 isn't great, teamwork of 10 and work rate of 10 not the best. Physically, he's okay, he's not bad. One good thing that he does have, he's quite versatile. He can play as a central midfielder, defensive midfielder or a centre-back, which is always handy to have. He does have a couple of traits as well, plays short, simple passes, shoots from distance. Probably don't want him taking too many long shots because he's only got 10. Also, his passing is only 12. It might work out, he's also 2-footed. There you go, something else I didn't know about Jack Rodwell. Looking at his hidden attributes then, obviously current ability is, I think it's pretty harsh. I know he's not had a good few years, but his current ability is 108. Literally 5 years ago, or 4 years ago I believe, he won the Premier League. He was playing for Manchester City, I just semi-regularly, I guess, not really, but he played 16 games, I can do maths, for Manchester City, a team that won the Premier League. He then signs for Sunderland for £10 million, played a reasonable amount of money, got all the way relegated into the Championship. They then got relegated into League One, at which point he eventually did leave and go to Blackburn. Played 21 times at the Championship level as well. So I'd say his current ability of 108 is pretty harsh. He is 28 years old, so he might get better, although I think his mental stats probably means he won't, but he does have a potential ability of 140, which, as I've said all these times before, 140 is good. 140 is very good. If he was a lot younger, if he was 5 years younger, I'd say you want to be signing him up straight away, because if you can get him to 140 potential ability, or current ability, sorry, he's going to be pretty very good. Yeah, those words. Like I said earlier, I think Jack Rodwell, probably a League One standard central midfielder. He'll be good for a League One side as well. Get him in for a year or two. Or just wait until he retires and maybe he might be a good head of youth development or a coach or something along those lines. Maybe even a physio. That is going to do it then for today's Stocking Fillers. It was 28-year-old English defence midfielder Jack Rodwell. If you did enjoy this episode, do remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back tomorrow with number 13 of Stocking Fillers.